Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hobart Bay Sports Network. I am your host Justin Winter, and today we have the ranked 1-1 Kansas State Wildcats coming to Seattle to face the Hobart Bay Ones. Looking at their linebacking core, Elijah Lee, pretty solid all around the board. He's got, I'd say he's lacking coverage, probably more of a big hitter kind of linebacker for being perfectly honest. Anyway, looking at Will Geary, he doesn't have speed. He's a defensive tackle. I thought he was a running back for a moment. Okay, so yeah, he's a good defensive tackle. And their best receivers, Byron Pringle. He's got good speed. I think that's definitely his strength. And we'll see how it goes. Kansas State is not an overly great team despite their 1-1 record and their rank. They're about average in everything, but you don't need to be better than average to beat Hobart Bay, as we are in Seattle, Washington, raining once again. Kansas State, Hobart Bay. This game should be a bit more of a blowout than we have seen because Kansas State, they're ranked for a reason. We assume that they have that rank for a reason. Hobart Bay thus far has had 6 turnovers per game. It's not exactly the greatest thing in the world, only 44 rush yards per game. Their passing yards are bad, but it's not as atrocious as their running game. And surprisingly, their points per game isn't, well, it is bad, but it's better than I thought it was. Anyway, it should be a terrible game, if we're being perfectly honest. It should be a terrible game. Kansas State calls tails, and it is tails, so good for them. Will they kick or receive? They choose to receive, an uncommon choice. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Can Hobart Bay finally get that first win? I'm guessing no, as Silman takes it out. He has room, bumps into his own man, has space, and there he goes. And that is going to be a huge touchdown. Can Bubba West catch him? No, he cannot. Kansas State scores on a 96-yard kickoff return to start the game. Ain't that just the way with Hobart Bay? 3 out of 4 games they've allowed touchdowns inside the first 15 seconds as Gio Saria catches this one for 12. Yeah, I'm honestly not surprised by that one. Hobart Bay makes an art of allowing fast scores. Here we go, Merca looking, fires deep, and oh, how did he get that one? Oh my god, how in the world did Bubba West come up with that one? That one should have been picked. 100%. That ball should have been picked. Kansas State was right there. They had the defender. And somehow the short guy who's behind the tall guy gets the touchdown. Doesn't make sense to me, but it happened. Here we go. Goal to go. Fires, and that's Alex Howell with a touchdown. Hey, if you can't run the ball in, why not catch the ball? That's how it goes for this running back. And that is the most passing touchdowns in a season for Steve Merker. Only the second on the year. Silman takes out another kickoff, has room again, breaks a tackle, stiff-arming a man, and he can't. He gets to about the 50. He can't take it all the way, but the special teams need some work with Hobart Bay on this 3rd down and 8, and that one just goes to the ground, so Hobart Bay has a chance to actually take the lead. Wouldn't that be something? I formation, Merca drops back, throws. Weisbecker, oh, he dropped it. Oh, that was a first down. Easy. Man, you got to catch those, Michael. Otherwise, you lose the game. Dropped passes will kill. Instead, it's 3rd down and 9. Merca takes the short pass, and it's intercepted. That's Noyle, and he's got nothing but grass ahead of him. That is a touchdown for Kansas State. Well, it went from Hobart Bay has a chance to put themselves in the lead, and instead they gave Kansas State a touchdown. So he threw a passing touchdown, another one, but it was to the opposite team. 14-7 at the start of the second quarter. Merca looking, throws. Good throw, good catch. Gio Saria lost the ball there actually at the very end, but it goes out of bounds, no worries, but it's quickly a 4th down and 10. Looking in the shotgun formation. Merca looking, fires, and that's Gio Saria on the curl route. All right, so Hobart Bay gets the 4th down conversion, but we have another one right here. He's looking, fires, and that, oh my goodness. Sometimes you really have to question, is this guy even fit to be a quarterback? Because that ball was nowhere even near his receiver. Now we go to a 3rd down and 1, so they did have a good 1st and 2nd down. Jesse Ertz fakes the sweep, and he has space. Oh, he's going down the sideline. Can they catch him? Gilliam ran past him, but Jesse Ertz does get down inside the 10, and he's hurt, actually. Ooh. Jesse Ertz, starting quarterback for Kansas State, is hurt. We're going to see how the Wildcats do on this first play here. They're just going to hand it off to Warmack, and Warmack fights his way for a Kansas State touchdown. So apparently, there's no problem with the starting quarterback getting hurt. But if your quarterback's going to get hurt, it best be against Hobart Bay. Zach East is in here now. He's rolling now, and he has the... Oh, no, he doesn't have the 1st down, but that's a face mask. Oh, that is going to be a face mask on Kansas State. How about that? Is that the first penalty against a team other than Hobart Bay this season? It might just be. Anyway... 1st down and 10 for Hobart Bay inside Kansas State territory. It's a play action. East looking, fires, has Bubba West. Breaks 1 tackle and gets pushed out of bounds after a 30-yard gain. Good play there, good play. That's Zach East's 1st completion. Now it's a read option, and oh my goodness. No blocking. Like I said, no blocking for Hobart Bay. The run game is absolutely atrocious, and they'll have to settle for a field goal. So 21-10, still a 2-score game. But it's better than it was. Hand off to Warmack, and he has all... Oh my goodness, he breaks the tackle. Can he get past 1 man? No, he can't. Oh my. He was 1 broken tackle. 1 from a touchdown. That was some really good blocking and some really good running back play. And, okay, there's Jesse Ertz. He was going kind of slow there. He's looking, he throws to the side. It's Valentine, and he broke the tackle. And then he gets knocked down after a good gain of 12. Kansas State. So they're already doing well. First 2 plays of the drive have gotten them inside the 30 of Hobart Bay. Now they're just going to hand it off to Warmack. Breaks a tackle, gets a block, and he's gone. Touchdown, Kansas State. Oof. Hobart Bay needs to make something happen on defense. You can't rely on getting 1 stop a game because your offense isn't that good. Zach East is looking for someone. He's just going to chuck it up there, and he has Bubba West. Bubba West did not go all the way with the defender. He stopped because he knew Zach East doesn't have that strong of an arm. Now we got Steve Merca in here. He's looking, and he throws, and it's intercepted. Follow up a big play with an interception. Isn't that the Hobart Bay way? Cray Moore gets it, so good for him. Now Kansas State quickly down. 2nd and 5. Throws, and that's intercepted by Sherman. What a play. What a play by Sherman. I mean, that was perfect route running. Pretty well placed throw. I guess the throw was just a bit late. And Sherman had a chance to catch up to it, and he gets the interception. Now Hobart Bay has another chance to score. Merca throws, and that's caught by Gio Saria, and he just falls down, I guess. Weird way to go down, but it's 4th down, because Hobart Bay can't sustain anything, and Steve Merca can't throw over the middle. It's the 2nd time he's missed a wide open man right over the middle. He needs to work on that. Anyway, 3rd and inches now. Looks like Kansas State will get another score before half. And they're not going to go for the end zone. They'll take the quick check down to Dayton Valentine. So Kansas State looks like they're going to add a field goal to the score. Not bad, all things considered. Consider that Hobart Bay, turned the ball over twice in the final minute and a half. It's not bad to only give up 3, or at least for this team. And that will end the first half. So Hobart Bay down 31-10. They have 2 scores on the day, they scored more than 7 points. That's better than their last 2 games, so there are positives to this performance. They didn't give up as many points, I don't think. So their defense, you could say it's the defense. You could also say that's the offense. As we look at this Nissan halftime show, Kansas State, if this were against a normal team, this would be great for Kansas State. I would see them as an elite team, but this is not against a normal team. This is against Hobart Bay, a team that sucks. It really does suck, especially in the run game. You've seen it time and time again, whether it's quarterback or running back. Kansas State has destroyed Hobart Bay in the run game. And it's not just Kansas State. You saw Jonathan Hilleman last week. You saw Devine Redding against Indiana. Miles Gaskin had a quiet but great day against Hobart Bay. If you look here, see? Only 69 pass yards for Kansas State, but they haven't needed it. 133 rush yards. They turned the ball over once, but that didn't turn into anything. And Hobart Bay is holding on to the ball. But they just can't keep the game going. They just can't hold on to it. They keep on turning the ball over. And when they can't sustain a drive, they fail in the end. Almost always. It's sad. 18 rush yards, it's better than last week at halftime. And 219 pass yards is actually really good for Hobart Bay. Remember, their average pass yards per game is like 185. They got 219 in the first half. So their passing game is improving. I guess that's why they have 10 points and not just 7. First play of the second half. Zach East rolls out. He's looking. He's going to throw it. And that's Bubba West again. West knows Zach East. He knows that Zach East does not have the arm, so he stops and he gets that short throw. And Bubba West now has the most receiving yards in a single game, beating out Gio Saria's 131 set earlier this season. Got more Zach East here, giving him some playing time, rolling out, looking, runs with it, and that's a good first down. Alright, first down and 10 for Hobart Bay. Let's see what they can do. In the I formation, toss left, Alex Howell gets a block. Can he get another block? Yes, he can, and that's a touchdown for Hobart Bay. 16 points, about to be 17. Hobart Bay brings it within 2 scores. Of course, 2 scores is still perhaps is not the best word. An unclimbable mountain. That's what 2 scores are for Hobart Bay. 3rd and 10 for Kansas State. Heath. Oh, they gave him the first. Generous spot, I'd say. Generous spot, but oh well. 2nd and 5 now, near the goal line. Ertz throws to Pringle, and he lost the football. Nope. Sorry, Hobart Bay. We can't give you any breaks. Goal line formation for Hobart Bay. It's a run, and Warmack says, who cares? I'm going to go to the outside, and I'm going to score. And now it's 38-17. Just when you think maybe. But we didn't even think that. Thean Wen taking out the kickoff here. Trying to make a man miss, and he gets caught in the... Oh my god. Wait, how did he get out of there? And he has space. Oh my goodness. How in the world did he get out of there? He's just as surprised as we are. Can number 6 catch him? No, he can't. Oh my... What? How did he just get out of there? He gave up on the play. He breaks the record that Justin Stillman set earlier today for longest kickoff return. But what? How? Honestly, how? He gave up on the play, and then all of a sudden he just gets pushed out to where there's open field, and he goes for a touchdown. Well, we'll see how Kansas State responds to that. Quick throw, and that was a miss, and that was a miss, and that was kind of a miss, kind of a broken tackle. Dayton Valentine, is he a magician? Because there's no way that many men should miss. Screenplay here for Silman, and he's going to go to the end zone once again. So Kansas State responds. They don't like to give up stupid touchdowns and not have a chance to answer. Here we go, toss to Alex Howell. No blocking once again. It's a problem with those toss plays. Like on the toss play, 30% of the time it'll be great, and you can get that outside and you can get a good gain. But the rest of the time, No, your guys will just completely miss a block and you won't get any yards. Anyway, that ends the third quarter. 45-24, 21-point game. Hey, it's the best game we've seen from Hobart Bay thus far, at the very least offensively, but they could give up plenty more points in the fourth quarter here. We'll see how they do. I mean, they had a 3rd and 14, but they gave the ball back because they couldn't do anything. Now it's 3rd and 11. Ertz throws, and he overthrows his man. So, hey, Hobart Bay gets a stop. We'll see what Kansas State does. They will kick the field goal. No need to go for it. Kick is up, and he pushed that one. He pushed it. But that's going to be all she wrote. I mean, Hobart Bay couldn't do anything from there. So 45-24. Hobart Bay held Kansas State scoreless in that final quarter. That's pretty good for them. Of course, it came off of a missed kick, but who cares? Once again, the running back is the player of the game against Hobart Bay. Nothing's new there. But Hobart Bay, this has been their best game yet. Only a 21-point loss. It's sad to say that a 21-point loss is your best game, but for Hobart Bay, you'll take anything you can get, especially against a ranked team. That especially was good. And I mean, they had that pick 6 earlier. That kind of killed them, but you know, it's Hobart Bay. They average allowing, 6 turnovers a game, probably more, maybe. But they only gave up the ball, I think, like twice today. So, I mean, the turnovers, they definitely helped remedy the turnovers. They got that weird touchdown off of Thien Nguyen. I mean, that was... What was that? He gave up on the play. Wild things happening, but your final score here, 45-24, Kansas State wins. Stats on the day. Steve Merka went 13 of 28, 170 yards, a touchdown and 2 picks, including a pick 6. So he kind of had 2 touchdowns. Zach East, 3 for 8, 120 yards. Run game was once again dismal. Best player was Zach East, 4 runs for 34 yards. Maybe they'll just have to utilize him more, because we can't run the ball for the life of us. Receiving-wise, Bubba West had the best day anyone's had thus far, with 155 yards. 38.7 yards per catch. That's a pretty good average. 4 catches on the day. Other guys, bad to mediocre days. Michael Weisbecker could have had double-digit yards, but he dropped one. Tackle leader is Richard Gilliam with 8 tackles, 7 of them alone. Had 1 attack, but the interception came by Billy Sherman, so good play by him there at the end of the half. Kansas State's tackle leader is Jordan Noyle. He also had a pick, along with Cray Moore. And he was the one who had the pick 6, so he's definitely the defensive player of the game for Kansas State. Receiving-wise, I mean, you have guys in the 30s and 50s. Pringle had only 2 catches for 11 yards, but you don't need many passing yards if you're playing Hobart Bay. As we see here, 133 yards for Dalvin Warmack on 14 carries. When you're averaging 9.4 yards per carry, you got something good going. And when you add 3 touchdowns to it, you got something else good going for you. Jesse Ertz was 14 of 19, 153 yards, a touchdown and a pick. He got injured for a quick spell, but he came back, so good for him. Anyway, that's all on the day. Hobart Bay had a better game. But next week, we shall see you as the Hobart Bay Ones take on the winless Maryland Terrapins. Have a nice day.